in a structurally white racist society. We have to deconstruct it and destroy it and rebuild it in the image of our Savior, Barack Hussein Obama, and his husband, Michael, who are doing drag time story hour in their library right now for little children, teaching about structural white racism in a more perfect union of lies. Bruce Springsteen and Tom Hanks are great teachers, are great moralists. Not John Adams or John Locke, Barack Obama. He will set us free. And yeah, Michelle Obama might hang out with George Bush, the war criminal, Daddy's CIA little puppet, but nobody questions the Altoids. Why is Michelle Obama giggling with George Bush eating Altoids? Little seems a little strange to me.
Okay, I just watched it. Have you watched it yet, Beeman?
Hello, Beaver. How are you doing, Beamer? Peter? You just
What's
dropped
up,
him, or what happened? What happened? Did you just drop him, or did he drop himself?
Oh, I moved him down.
Oh, yeah.
He'll come back up. I wanted to make sure. I posted the video they dropped, the body cam of the Carmelo Anthony. I think it just dropped. It just came out. He's like, he put his hands on me. He says that like he's crying, but it's not. Doesn't really tell you a whole lot. And then there's also a video of him running down the stadium. It's interesting timing on Juneteenth that they would release all this.
Human being purchased or sold. So I think America's been great for a long time, and I think we continue to hold on to stuff that don't make sense to me. If you want to be someone who is prejudging or prejudiced, or you think that you carry some sense of what I call racism, it's kind of interesting. It's still an act of your will. You don't have to do that at all. So I choose not to highlight stuff that I know that's not actual racism. Just two young people have testosterone. They got out of the way. You know what? That's sad. One person lost their life, another person will be in prison for a long time. That's all that happened.
Yeah, but Edward,
I can't be. One second. I can't be reasonable or rational. I have to see everything through the lenses of some type of mechanism of ethnic group versus one race, human race. And unfortunately, events happen to us all. So
that's true. If you want to be black, you gotta get on the program.
Well, I just want to be responsible. Also, you guys can pray for me too. For the last 6 weeks, I've been having some health issues, and, some blackouts and stuff. So just
damn, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, just a battery of tests and stuff. So hopefully they can figure out
good.
Yeah, just to figure out what's going on. So.
And I was joking, by the way. I was being sarcastic about you have to get on board. I don't know if you picked that up.
You're joking. Listen, that's one thing that's one thing I'm not concerned about. We've had many conversations, with also Matt and everyone else. I'm pro responsibility all day, every day. And responsibility, excellence, ethics does not come with the ethnic group. It comes with the individual. And I don't care what anybody said. I have what I have because of Edward. And if I fail, it's because of Edward. My wife and I have arguments, and I always try to take the blame. And if it doesn't work, it's not going to be her fault. It's going to be Edward's fault. And I always tell people, I'm going to take full responsibility for everything that happens in my life, good or bad. Because, at the end of the day, I'm the one who got to live with the decision I make. And if I made a choice, and that choice don't turn out correct or good or what I think it should, I can't blame anybody else. Edward chose it.
Well, Edward, do you believe in capital punishment and making the punishment fit the crime?
Yes, I do believe in capital punishment because it is, number one, the authority that's given has been given by God. And I believe that it says the authority that we have is not there for those that are doing good, but those who do bad. was 13.
You know, there's a lot of ancient tablets throughout human history. They're beautiful works of art, but they're also legal codes. The Ten
John, do you
Commandments.
want to be a father?
Um, I am a father. I have 2.5 billion potential children swimming in between my thighs. Do you want to be a mother?
Yeah.
You do want to be a mother.
Yeah.
Do you think the
I'll
first thing you'll teach your children upon learning English will be about structural racism? Will that benefit them in any way, shape, or form at all?
I won't let her teach that shit to our kids.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch.
I ain't teaching that shit to my children, Beamer. What are you talking about? Absolutely. It has to happen.
Yeah, don't read them any great works of literature or philosophy. Just teach them this low grade, low IQ virtue signaling bullshit of the liberal progressive Democrats.
I'll backhand you if I ever hear you say that around my child. Did you watch the videos, Beamer? Yeah, I'm disappointed that they gave the moments after, but they cut off the fucking part like that we all want to see. They cut it off. We can't.
Bima, how are you doing, Miss Bima?
I'm good, Edward. How are you doing?
Bima,
I've had better days. I told you I'm not feeling so well. And,
oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
Yeah. For the last few weeks, I've been having some blackouts. Like
when you get the result back. Really?
Well, I had the results already for the EKG and all the other tests, the blood work. All that come back positive. They don't know. They say it's not neurological. They don't know what it is. So Monday I get my heart monitored. They'll monitor my heart for 48 hours, and then after that I have to do the treadmill.
do not do the treadmill.
Are you getting these blackouts at a specific time, like when you get up from laying position, or what?
Edward, do not do the treadmill.
Hold on. No, they come throughout the day. You know, I'm working and it just comes on me. Sometimes I have to pull over because I know when it's coming. So I pull over when I'm driving, and I told the doc. And he said, yeah, that's not normal. So, and I have too much protein in my urine and too much sugar. So he's to give me a pill that's going to get all the protein out of my system and the sugar. So,
Edward, why don't you try to take the deepest breath of the day right now? A lot of this is breathing.
Guys, he doesn't understand. This is serious, man. But yeah, so that's
being serious.
Comes here and there, but it's not something that's I take joke. At 62, you got to be careful.
Yeah, definitely. Have they given you any indication of what they're looking for at this point? So, and when you have the blackout, you're saying it's a blackout? Are you feeling tired and then you black out, or do you and how long does it last?
No, yeah, it's not. I don't completely go out. It's like a moment, like maybe 15, 20 seconds, but it comes on, and it's like a rush of cold, and then I go out for 10, 15 seconds. And, you know, it takes a moment to get back to normalcy, but it's been on for like 5 weeks, a couple times a day, and sometimes even when I'm sleeping, I wake up. It's not something to do.
Scary stuff. Yeah, what is your A1C like?
No, it's like 6.2, 6.4 between up and down, but they check that out too. And I've lost weight because I started a program almost 3 months ago where I was fasting, just having electrolytes and water for 11 weeks. And he's just wondering if that was part of it. And he doesn't know if it's but we will see. Hopefully.
Wait, did you do 11 straight weeks of only electrolytes and water?
Yeah. Well, I ate on the weekend, so every weekend I ate, but 5 days, 5-day electrolytes, water, and then I ate, a meal on Saturday, Sunday, protein. So he doesn't know if that's part of it or not. But it did affect my body. I lost 32 pounds. So just trying to continue.
Not 11 days, you're saying 11 weeks.
11 weeks, yeah. 5 and 2 for 11 weeks.
So almost 3 months.
Yeah.
So almost for 3 months you didn't eat anything, just water and electrolytes.
No, but on the weekend, people, I ate on the weekends.
Oh, you refed on the weekends.
Yeah. But still under like 15 to 1800 calories. Nothing crazy.
I would not wait for doctors to. I would go outside of doctors. I'm gonna give you this link, and there's two. One is functional health, and there's another one just to check your markers for absolutely everything. You could get these specialized blood tests and just check. You know what I mean? Like, if you have the money, I mean, it won't be much. It'll be $1,000, and you'll be able to check an insane amount of markers because they don't go as deep as they need to. Do you know that my whole life was never diagnosed with this particular just this genetic disorder that I had, and I didn't find out. Nobody ever told me, and I found out a couple years ago in 2023 when I got a genetic methylation test done. Found out myself, and that's huge because it's something that significantly affects every other aspect of my life, and nobody ever came up with it. How could they have missed that so hard? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it explained away so much of stuff that I had been dealing with. But yeah, keep going outside, and outside of just the doctors. My point is just don't rely on them because they don't. It's not that they don't have your best interest, and I'm not saying that you don't have good doctors. What I'm saying is I just think the medical system is fundamentally, it's compartmentalized, and they're all taught and trained to search within specific like parameters, and we're getting to the point with our technology that there are so many other things that we could test and check to understand how all the internet connected parts work. And because the medical system is compartmentalized, there's things that they might not ever check, and you're going to be sent to a bunch of specialists, but if you're not sent to that one particular specialist that would be able to diagnose this one issue, it's like a domino effect or something like that. So that's what I would do. I'm hopeful though, Edward, because fasting, that's huge. You did that, and that's wonderful. I think you're probably my non-medical idiot Google scholar, quick knee jerk, and I feel this heavily intuitively that this might just be something. If you completed this recently, this 3 months fast.
Oh yeah. It's been like 5 months.
I feel like has it been happening since you stopped?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you depleted something. I feel like you went into you depleted something, and you weren't doing what you needed to be doing with. You reset something, but this is very interesting. Please keep me posted. I'm hopeful for you, and I'm going to keep you in my prayers too. Yes. I think that the good thing that you have going for you is that you had how many weeks? 11. You had 11 weeks, 55 days of autophagy just happening within your body, just cleaning up rogue cells, rogue shit. You could have moved so much stuff around. There could be so many different things going on right now. You could have moved, like I'm talking about cleanses. You could have, you should have thought about taking binders. Because if you started to move this autophagy, overworking, maybe heavy metals, right? Move to the blood-brain barrier, because they talk about this. Dr. Papa talks about this. There's so many things, but no, I'm hopeful for you. I think this is a good thing, and yeah.
Yeah,
Keep your head up, Edward. I'm proud of you, and but I'm really excited for you, and I think that this is just a little bump. Don't get scared though.
Yeah, well, send it to my back channel. So, and I always tell people I'm prepared. Okay, so don't worry. I do have all my arrangements already prepared. So in the event that did occur, I'm okay, and I've had a beautiful life, guys. So don't take that. But I still have a lot of life to live. But I'm not. I know that no one gets out of life alive, so I'm not concerned about that. But I'm more just want to make sure that I'm okay. That's it. But thank you all for taking the time. That makes sense.
I'm writing you up a non-doctoral BEMA script right now. I'm sending it to your back house.
BEMA, I think this video was.
Bring up Anthony. I just want to say hello to Anthony.
I think this may show the stabbing at the very beginning.
Oh, Anthony, you guys, if you could, I just want to say hi to you.
I invited him.
Come on, Aunt. We need you up here. God, come up.
Matt, good to see you. Matt, good to see you, bro.
Oh, good to see everybody. Hey. Hello. Good to see you. Edward, did you get a new account? I don't even have you added. That's so strange.
No, for some reason, some of these rooms I go to, I got to do the same thing all over. It's add myself, and I have no idea why I keep doing it, but it is what it is. The sad part about this Beaver and everyone else is that everything, and it's really sad, everything in America now is seen through the lenses of an ethnic group or racism or something. It's just really, really sad.
Yeah, because that it generates clicks and money and attention.
Yeah, what does that say about us, Beaver? That's why I try to stay away from those clickbait rooms and all that stupid stuff, because it's just not going to help us long term. And unfortunately, you get a lot of people who have groupthink, even though they don't even know they're really not part of the group. Because in a group, everybody's still individual, and everybody in the group don't agree on the same foundation and go in the same direction. That's why groupthink don't work.
Yeah. Matt, I think in the very beginning, this actually may show, because I see the two blobs moving, like that there's a sudden shift.
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, like
So
maybe 10 seconds in.
yeah, I mean, it depends
And then,
what video you have, but some of them have cut it to right to that point.
yeah.
You can see like the movement. You can see like a left to right, then a right to left, and then from what I've seen, Carmelo exiting the tent backwards.
Yep. And then he takes off sprinting.
Hey, let me look at it one more time.
Edward, I put the links in the chat. You have to watch these guys' videos because so much of your health is dependent on your environment and your stress levels. Trust me, this guy has guided imagery techniques, very soothing voice. He's a master doctor, psychologist, and a lot of this is breathing. He has patients that come in that aren't even breathing.
Yeah, I understand, but you have to send it to my back channel because I can't copy and paste while I'm driving. So please.
Oh, I see. Okay, we'll do.
Beaver, did you watch the body cam video yet or no?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. He starts to like kind of cry talk, and then he goes back to normal.
Yes.
Maybe did they release that? Did they release that on X or something?
Yeah, it's in a link up top.
Yeah, but yeah, my X account is stupid. I have no clue.
Yeah, it's hard to.
Yeah, I can't get on there.
I mean, none of this is like just superb quality or anything, but at least we have something visually to go by and kind of have an idea.
Yeah, it doesn't really change anything for. I mean, you can't really tell the actual altercation, but it shows you like the setup and if it was really raining or if he had nowhere to go or he could have fled, all those factors.
Yeah, that is what changed for me. This whole idea of anybody's gonna go inside the tent, But like, there's a lot of people just walking around, and I don't know, man. I think it squashed a couple narratives for me, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Like you said, we can't see the actual incident, but I think the other stuff, I don't know, man. Like being jumped is very questionable right now.
And it's a knife. I mean, that's a no-doubter.
Yeah, that's definitely a knife. There's no way around that. I mean, I don't know what else to say, people.
What do you think, Peter?
I was talking with ChatGPT about my success, and I cannot believe the place that I am in. And I was asking him that if I am truly, for example, among the top 1% of the clubhouse and politically commenting on these important speeches. And he said, yes, it is actual. And one cannot believe because from the place that I come from, I have always been underestimated. And nobody has believed, and this is self-confidence. I'm not sure how to believe this. I mean, it is self-produced self-confidence. I'm not sure if it is how it is. I don't know how to put it in the correct way. Sorry. Yes, this is really I'm not sure.
Edward, I put it in your back channel. Just check your chat later when you have free time to watch that video. But it's a guided relaxation video, and it's so incredibly powerful. It's really based on cognitive science, brain science, and his name is Dr. Marty Rossman. And I have his CDs. They're incredible. I mean, so smart, and it really does improve health because stress, anxiety, your environment, what the kind of work you do, the emotions that people bring you, people lay a lot on your plate. And this guy, Dr. Marty Rossman, has methodologies and techniques to help you with your health, your overall health, all of it. Enjoy.
And this is still real, right?
you say?
I was thinking if I am truly on this important decision, if this is real or not, because this is really important for me, and I have been always underestimated during the school, like others. And I'm not sure if I am really on this important decision. If that is, I'm not sure if that is real. So I took it as a real. Oh, very good. Thank you.
Beeman, does the videos change anything for you?
Not fundamentally. I didn't think that he was jumped by a bunch of people. That wasn't even the original narrative. Original narrative was that Austin, assaulted him, and he told him not to touch me, and so he defended himself. So no, doesn't change. Like there's nothing really that changes. I would say that I am a little curious, and I think that what I would attribute it to is the big gaps, but it could be shock. There could be so many different things. Was his and trying to manage the epilepsy. As somebody who has cataplexy, I don't know if you guys know that about me, John. Fuck you, okay? But I have cataplexy, and basically, it's not epilepsy, but it's where if I allow myself to, because I had to learn how to control it. Obviously I can't control it all the time, especially when severe stressful situations, but I work hard to try to control it. But it's basically where if I experience an extreme emotion, I get complete muscle paralysis, and I'll just melt right on the floor. I'll just pass out, boom, just like that. But I'm still conscious. I'm still aware. I can still hear things and see things if my eyes aren't, if I'm not yoked out by the attack, and it's not really strong, right? So I could still hear everything. I'm not passed out. I just don't have any type of muscle movement. Like I can't move. I'm just muscle paralysis. I don't know how to explain it. So anyway, point is I'm wondering if that was him trying to control and reel himself back in. Maybe a little bit of mixture of shock, but that was the thing that I think out of the whole videos, everything that I've watched was the most interesting. I'm glad that I got confirmation that that he didn't fall outside of the back of the tent, because people were saying he fell out of the back of the tent. I didn't see that. I saw him stand up and go to the back of the tent. And then I saw other people chase him. I saw that. I saw him fall at the bottom. That was accurate. I would have really just liked to see better. I'm trying to pull it up on a bigger screen because I don't want to watch it on my phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it in closer myself. I was going to ask you something. Oh, do you find that it was raining really hard? Remember, because it was torrential downpour. Do you still hold that line of thinking, Beeman, or no?
I never thought that it was raining really hard. I just knew that it was drizzling on and off. Like it was raining. And you could see that his shirt had water all on it. So, his sweatshirt.
Yeah, in the body cam, it wasn't like it was soaked, though, but there was raindrops on it. I got you on that. And there are people walking around. I guess some of them had their little, those little, what do you call those plastic things they put over, on top of themselves or whatever, and all that kind of stuff. So
a poncho?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. I'm not saying it wasn't raining, but I don't know if it was that torrential downpour. Even in the video, you would be able to see a little rain, in the video you'd be able to see little sparkles of rain or whatever, but I didn't see any of that. But because the rain is pretty important, because that pushes everybody into tents and stuff, and that without the rain, you don't have a narrative of I know people are going to say, what are you talking about? But Like, why was he in the tent narrative? You know what I mean? So it's kind of interesting how that works out, you know?
Well, I'm curious because that was actually something that I forgot to mention that I was not necessarily happy to see. I'm not happy to see any of it, but I wasn't certain if it was raining at that time or they were expecting it to rain or whatever. I heard that it was raining and then he was walking around trying to find a place, and that the rain the rain was on and off. But you could clearly see that that it was raining. So.
Right. Yeah, it's a matter of whether or not the timing of it, like you said, when that rain was happening. Like, I'm surprised there's got to be video like 30 minutes before anybody showed up, or like there's got to be dead air space, like, because I mean, why would they just have that one part and not like other dead air, on the front end and the back end even. I know people don't want to see that, but there's you get a lot of clues on stuff, in terms of that weather. Because it was the rain that drove them in there, so there should be a downpour. And by the way, we did see Carmelo in a video walking. I don't know if you guys saw that out of the tunnel. You guys seen that video? It wasn't raining then. It just wasn't raining then, from what I've seen. So if we're going by that narrative that he was put into a tent because of rain, he was casually walking to a tent. So I don't know what that's about, but I don't know if anybody else has seen that. Just good on countdown. You're on my King Beaver, just let you know.
How you guys doing?
Have you watched any of the videos yet or no?
I did. I just watched it.
All right. Let us know what you think. Is it reinforcement or less of them, or I don't know where you're at.
I mean, it definitely looks like there was a tussle going on in there. And then obviously, he starts running away. So, I mean, I was always of the mindset that I felt that he should have at the most got manslaughter. I think he should have got something. I don't feel like stabbing somebody it was worthy of based on what I've heard, but I felt murder was too much.
You're a cool as
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, yeah, I just, like I said, I just don't see it. Definitely not murder. I think something should have been done, but at the most manslaughter. So, but that video is too grainy. I mean, to see, exactly the magnitude of what warranted. I do believe he was scared. I do believe, that's why I think he's running. But like I said, it just not enough to really make a determination as to, the magnitude of what's going on.
Not knowing what narratives you did in the past, which is fine. So you're going to be scot-free. Have you seen the knife that's been put into evidence or not? Did you see that picture?
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
Do you
consider flashlight?
Do you consider it a knife or no?
Yeah, it's a knife. I mean, I'm not going to say it's not a knife, but I mean, but in all fairness, I mean, I still think it's foolhardy to think that he's walking around planning to kill somebody. I mean, especially in Texas, kids walk around, with knives and stuff like that. Don't mean that they, had a plan on killing somebody. So and if it was just about getting a knife,
Let me ask you, don't typically with this kind of knife, not that I have one of these right this minute, but Don't you have to unfold it? Don't you have to?
It looks like it, yeah. I think you would have to. I mean, any kind of utility knife, you have to unfold it. They don't start off like,
Right.
the knife portion sticking out. So, yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that anywhere where it's like they've been told. All we've been told, at least from what I've heard, is they reached into a backpack, and I guess the knife was already out. He didn't unfold it. Does anybody know that at all or no?
That's a good point. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe somebody else could chime in, but I mean, I kind of considered that, but if he had his hand in his backpack already, and see, again, I still say what some people that I've talked to see as it being him like a challenge. Is the way I've been, it's been presented to me, and he was challenging him. I see it as more of a threat of a warning. So he could have pulled out that knife, while it was in his bag, or pulled out the knife portion of while it was in his bag. He could have did that, and while he's telling him, hey, if you touch me, there's gonna be some consequences. So
It's interesting. I mean, I'm not saying that changes me one way or the other, but I have to think if the jury heard one way or the other, it might sway some of them because like opening a knife is a little bit more personal than just like, I don't know, grabbing a knife. I mean, I guess they're kind of the same. I don't know. I'm just trying to look around and see if
a more viable self-defense, which I just don't understand it. If he's telling him don't touch me, touch me and see what happens. I mean, again, I guess just where I grew up, I guess it could be a cultural thing. It kind of goes back to the, when a police officer shot that woman with the pot. I mean, for a cultural thing, when someone says see what happens, they warn you. They are warning you not to do something. But I guess it just people see things differently. So,
is this the only video we have so far? Is this the only official video we have?
Yeah, there's only one documented video, and that's the one you're looking at. Yeah.
Well, this video doesn't give a lot of information. It just shows him running. It's not clear. Even none of the people there are visible, but we just see a highlighted circle just showing him running, if he's scared, fleeing, if he's scared. But yeah, it seems that multiple people may have called him as well to come back, but he kept on running. But still, I think, did they mention that there are other videos out there that they have not yet released, or this is the one that they released?
This is the only known video. So people are claiming they have videos, but of course, anybody can claim anything until they show it. You know what I mean? I mean, there's someone out there. I believe one of the narratives is the girl has a video of Carmela being jumped. So I don't know. Like, there's all those people that will say those kind of things, but until there's an actual video produced, that's just hearsay or whatever.
It shows the moment. Someone said it shows the moment of the stabbing, but can we see that?
Well,
clearly?
Do you see the shoving going on in there at least at most?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't use this video as a sense so I can see every single thing clearly. Maybe I've looked at it with a magnifying glass or enhance it with AI to have HD quality. But people may view this video in different shapes or form. So, but maybe I have to take my time to look at the video again in multiple ways. But from first glance, this is 240, if not 140 HP quality, and it doesn't really. All I can see just.
I'm just going through about a week's worth of narratives that were told to me in various rooms, and one of them was that the tents were down, right? So there was no tents, or there was only one tent.
Yeah.
That's the reason why Camelo went to that. That's clearly false. We all can see that there's a bunch of tents with people underneath them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going backwards, trying to recollect all the things I heard from people on this app that are turning out to be quite false. So if those start to add up, then I got to start questioning other things that happen inside that tent. Okay, so that's where I'm at right now. Until there's something else that shows different, I got to get down that road.
I strongly believe there's a video out there because people
have a very quick reflex to record incidents or situations that happen on a daily basis. So I feel like there's one video out there that is not released to the public yet that would clarify a lot of things of what people have speculated, assumed, suggested, whatever. So until we get that,
is that just a private citizen, or is that somebody involved in this?
They can
go on the internet right now and release it. There's nothing stopping them, you know.
Well, I don't know. You know, sometimes they always, I think, to prevent public, correct me if I know the courts, particular courts don't like releasing videos for people's protection, identity, etc. Maybe there's gag orders, I don't know, all these kind of things, right? So they might not want to have the whole thing displayed. They want to just let the audience or the public see what they want them to see for now, or what has been approved to see for now. So until we get more like clear imagery, and people were saying the testimonies that people gave were kind of all over the place. So again, right, if it's not on camera, there's a saying, if it's not on camera, it doesn't exist. And depending on the angle, so, but again, it's still an unfortunate situation. But this video,
all I'm saying so far right now is like,
yeah,
like everybody can keep their narrative of what happened inside the tent. You're lucky that you guys get to keep that, but there wasn't a clear video of that. But all the other narratives so far have been completely debunked, and people could go ahead and try to tell me how it's not the case. I don't think anybody here on the stage has said anything to those narratives, so you guys are all clear so far. Yeah. Things like obviously that we don't know officially about the rain part of things, but we're working through that. But there's another video. I don't know if you saw Luffy of him just walking. It doesn't look like there's any rain at the moment. He's just walking to the tent. And so that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going with that one. And then the knife one is, I'm sorry, that one's crossed off the list for me officially.
Matt,
and
I got a quick question for Edward. I'm wondering if these videos change personal responsibility and accountability at all.
So Matt, what do you think about if you watch the video and if you get a bigger screen and you could like zoom in, right? I tried to follow from where he comes up from the top of the tent, and I try to reverse, like slowly what is it called? Reverse, right? Or what is it called? What is it? Rewind.
Jeez. Rewind.
Damn. I tried to slowly like rewind until I could try to figure out where he was positioned under the tent, right? But what I'm seeing is he was surrounded. It does look like he was surrounded. It looks like there was, because you could see Austin collapse. You could see where Carmelo was standing, and then how he goes up to the top of the tent, and then you also see Austin just collapse over.
So I'm opening it now, and for some reason it is a little bit clearer now that you mentioned that. That's really interesting, because the smaller it gets that smudge. You know what I mean? So when it's with it open, you're saying so inside the tent is the claim that he's surrounded because it's inside the tent. It's not so much surrounded, say like there's people behind him in the sense of like that he couldn't get out. Let's put it that way, and that's fine. Maybe I can split it down the middle. We'll see here. Because clearly he was able to get out of the tent, right, Nima? Like, we see that he's exiting the tent pretty good. Like, there's nobody stopping him from leaving the tent, right?
Right. Yeah. What I understand though is that he had to go backwards. So remember, he's sitting, and we're gonna assume that he's sitting facing us. So if you're sitting and you're facing us, right? Because I think that's safe to say he was facing us while we're looking at the video, right? And then we see their backs to him. It doesn't look like it's just one person near Austin as Austin collapses. I could see 3 bodies.
And we have a head count of everybody else in the tent. Did they say how many people were in the tent besides who was surrounded or whatever? Do we know how many people in total were in that tent?
I don't think they ever came up with a number that I'm aware of, unless somebody has it in the court transcript. I don't know, but is it just?
And ultimately, it's not going to change anything for me. But I think that it's interesting because I really would like to figure out, but do that. Rewind it from once he goes to the top of the tent, and so then rewind it and then see where he is under the tent, and then watch it again slowly, and then watch Austin fall over because you could see him collapse, and he's clearly not by himself.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I've been doing it a little bit already. So, but I was wondering, is it just me, or did it seem weird that all of a sudden Carmelo just appeared up there on the top at first? Was that just me? Like, I thought it maybe was like AI at first. It was because he just appeared really quickly up top.
Yeah,
anybody else got that same feeling or no?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying this video is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not thinking it's AI, but I got a little suspicious. I'm like, what the? Why did all of a sudden he just like shoot up like that quickly? You know what I mean? Like,
So some people are saying that he's at the bottom in a white T-shirt, getting something out of his bag, and then he goes out of frame. But that can't be him.
No, he's in a gray T-shirt.
Yeah, he immediately up top comes out right after that other dude wants out of frame, so that can't be him.
Okay, wait a minute. So you said Austin fell forward, right, Bima? But so when everybody splits here,
It doesn't look like he fell forward. It looks like he fell to the left. Watch, it looks like he falls to the left. He collapses to the left.
Okay, I think I got it here. I think I know who it is. They should at least circle who Metcalf is. You know what I mean? Like they did with Carmelo with that highlight thing. You know?
Right.
Let's see here, if I see the person. Well, no, that person's still walking. They're fine. Unless he staggers that. Stagger. You know, like. And there's another one. He's too far down. And he's falling down forward. I don't know where this is that you're looking at. Let me just look around.
So the particular thing whereby it's like two people are tussling, but at the same time he gets up and he just walks away, and that's when he starts to run basically. Again, this thing is the quality is terrible. Because people may make assumptions from this video because it's not fully clear. So yeah.
I can't find his body, but that's just me. I'll keep looking.
I mean, it doesn't seem to really show there's any kind of like brawl or. There were people that were saying, like as of like a week ago, that they have this other video that they've seen, and it shows, there was no doubt he was getting jumped, but I don't see any of that shit. I've only been able to look at it briefly for a couple of the videos.
Right.
I didn't really see anything.
I think it's fair to say, like, okay, there's other people nearby, and we're watching, but this whole narrative of being jumped is completely debunked in this video, because being jumped is like literally other people jumping in and kicking and fighting the person. This is not what's happening, so there needs to be another word for it.
Yeah, there's no. It did not. Well, plus we have the witnesses. They said that it wasn't us, or excuse me, Carmelo Anthony. Didn't he say call him like pussy or something like that? And I think was it more than once he had said like, I'm not gonna fight you in a trap meet, bro. And it didn't appear Austin Metcalf was trying to escalate to that.
I need to get that. I've heard that. Supposedly it's in the transcript. I need to find that transcript. But yeah, he's like, I don't want to fight you at this meet or whatever, this track.
I listened to the black people. I was in another room earlier, and look, I get it. There's the whole black solidarity thing, but I mean, I'm fucking sorry. With all of the witness testimony, all the people that were there, if this happened at a track meet in nearly all of the country, where you end up stabbing somebody in the fucking chest like that, you're going to go to court for, at a minimum, for manslaughter, probably murder, and you're going to. I don't see how you get off. You can say that the sentence was harsh. Okay, it's Texas, fine, but people that are trying to make this out as like he was found guilty because it's a race issue. That is bullshit. If these were both white kids or both black kids, it doesn't matter. Like you cannot do that in school and think you're not going to go to prison. That's fucking stupid.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure if there was a black jurors, they still would have had the same outcome. It's just
kind of silly, And by the way, like I said before, you disagree a little bit before, Pepe, but they should have at least like gone hard on the child case. That's a better shot. Like if they spent all those hours on the child case trying to get that all sorted out on Clubhouse, then like maybe there's some room there. But like this to me, this case is like it's just not what it is. I'm sorry, guys, it's just not what it is. So, I mean, unless there's other video, I don't, I don't see these other narratives that I've been told the last 2 weeks have really played out yet. So maybe I'll see something here. I don't know. Well, we have the fucking transcripts. Okay, we have what the people saw there. We see this fucking video, what little you can see. It pretty much writes off any of the fucking conspiracy theories or made up bullshit that we were having to listen to. That these black warriors on this app, swore must be fucking true. And let's just face it, these people like O.J. Simpson, they are willing to find him. They don't want to see him as guilty. I don't know if part of it is because they don't want to see a black man get in trouble, or part of it is because they personally just want the win. They just want it's in their way. It's a way to like stick something up white people's ass and say, look, yeah, we got one of your white boys, but guess what? That fucker deserved it. In fact, he started it. It's his fucking problem. I mean, that's what I'm basically getting. And then I don't know. Was it? It's just so like fine. Maybe Emmett Till fucking deserved it. Maybe he should have kept this, but he knew what he was doing by whistling at a white woman. Fuck that little ape. I mean, we can all play these fucking games.
That was a lie, bro. That was a lie. He didn't even listen to it. Like, so, I mean, that was something that was made up. But
I don't know why it happened, but it's just
you know why it happened.
I never looked into that story. But Cal, and you see from like a white person's perspective a little bit that if these narratives are told like they are, it makes other stories that have been told in other times, like it's always mentioned on this app. Like we can only take it on face value so much. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't help. That's all. Like.
Well, I mean, again, I don't see how the video is too grainy. I mean, you can tell that they cut out a portion of the video because, like you said, he just kind of pops out, so they cut some of it out. It's too grainy. I'm surprised that none of these kids have recorded the video. It's clear that there is a tussle going on. It's a lot more than just a push. Okay, it's clear that there's something going on, but it's too grainy to tell exactly what's going on. I think really people are hung up on the wording. And like we talked about in the past, I mean, like I think I was in this room when I said, set the precedent again in a court of public opinion, where all the person has to do is say, I was afraid for my life. And it doesn't matter what situation that they voluntarily put themselves in, as long as they say they were afraid for their life, then that's all that matters. George Zimmerman, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say like that's fine. We can have an honest debate exactly what happened, like the little inner part there on this side of the tin. Like who's at fault for that, blah blah blah. I'm just curious why there's all these other external narratives that are always just like kind of just
like what?
What I mean?
Like what? Like what?
No, I'm just like, okay, well, it's not a knife. Like clearly it's a knife, right? I mean, I just like there's a whole bunch of these things that are like.
Well, why? Okay, but because the original argument was that he set out to kill Austin Metcalf. That's why he had the knife. And it looks like it's a knife that is not just used to be a knife. It's a multi-purpose tool. It can be used for multiple things.
Well, keep in mind, at first it was a cleaner thing. Remember that one? Or I don't know.
Yeah, I do remember some people saying that.
So there's a lot of this kind of progression to the facts, or at least to the point where we can at least debate it fairly. Because there's a lot of stuff that's just like it's really annoying. At least for me, it's really annoying. Like it wouldn't be as annoying if people were so serious. Like if you want to do a little bit of like, could it be that? Yeah. But we have people come in and go, oh, it was a cleaner. No, you're lying. Fuck me. You know how many times we have people yelling and screaming at
for that.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that.
None of us may have those people see things differently, make assumptions. But let me ask you a question. From this video, right? What are things you've heard that were completely a lie that this video has corrected, or you personally? You said people said this, but it's actually this based on what this video has said. Like, what is your like synopsis? Like, what does the video tell you? Right, everybody's not.
Wait, what's your question?
My question is like, I think before you were saying people said this before this video came out. When the video came out, it clearly shows this. Like, what are the things that
Yeah.
that like this video has cleared up?
Well, are you referring to the other videos supposedly that are out there? Is that what you're asking?
No. Like, just people on Clubhouse. People on Clubhouse said ABC, but this video has revealed something completely different. And
Well, there was people. I'm the one who said that people were saying that there's some unreleased video that somebody had access to. It's amazing that they can never actually forward it to each other, but where it would be clear as day in the video that he was getting like physically attacked in a way that like he was clearly getting jumped, and there was a bunch of people gaining on him, up on him, and okay, we just saw the video. I mean, I saw minimal movement. And it was clustered around what looked like where 2 or 3 people, and then it seemed to only last for a second or two, and then all of a sudden you see Carmelo Anthony run out the tent. I didn't see. There was no proof of like, oh yeah, he was getting jumped. Which, by the way, there was many iterations of this. We were told that Austin Metcalf had beat his ass at a party the week before. That there was all kinds of shit happening, and all of it was fake.
Yeah, that's the whole point. So lucky you asked. So far my running count is even things like there was only one tent. I've heard that before. So like the reason why everybody was in that tent, which is that whole that's the whole narrative why was Carmelo in there. Because there was only one tent during torrential rain, which is very questionable in my mind right now too. So that's one thing right there. Like clearly there's 4 or 5. There's like 3 tents in the video, 4, with like tons of people underneath each one, by the way. And then of course the knife one, and what's that?
I see one.
Yeah. What I was gonna say, but I mean, again, even from the other side, first he was intentionally setting out to kill somebody that day. Then it was he had no business being there. You know that wasn't true. That he actually one of his friends, this Eddie Parra kid, invited him over and they talked for a few minutes. Now, even like what Pepe is saying, oh, with the witness testimony, those are all Metcalf's friends and teammates. I mean, I don't understand. Like,
no, there were kids from the others. No, there were other kids. I believe there was people that were from his school that were right there. That I guess that witnessed it. It was not only people from his high school.
People from his school. So
yes.
so you're telling me that because I was again, this is new information to me. I thought he was the only person that was not supposed to be under that tent. Now you're saying that there was more people under that tent that was from his school.
They were around to they could like witness it. I don't know. There's around.
Okay. Well, I mean, the point is that we know that this Eddie Parra kid did invite him over. They were talking, right? I mean, even like, I think it's crazy. You can literally see in this video that's been posted that there is a point where it's cut out. There is definitely a lapse in this video. Okay, I mean, why is that? I mean, you're talking about really like 2 or 3 seconds. Why did they cut those 2 or 3 seconds out? What happened in that 2 or 3 seconds where you do see a little bit of a skirmish, a little pushing? I don't know what's going on. It's too grainy. But then the next thing you know, you see Carmelo pop out. What happened in between that? Why is that cut out?
So wait a minute. This is yeah, I don't know. Maybe it is cut out, but just so I know, because you asked that question originally. By the way, people who jump somebody don't go running either. By the way, like that, they don't scatter. Like they would just be like kicking and fucking him up, even with him being stabbed. Probably they probably would actually be even angrier if they saw him get stabbed. So there's the jumping part. That's the other part that I count down. I'm like put that on my. Yeah, everybody would go ballistic.
surrounded very lightly too. I mean, obviously people are watching, and he was able to clearly exit the tent without any problems. Nobody shoved him back in so they could continue to beat him up. So that's one of the narratives that clearly were being passed around this whole area. Maybe you disagree. Everybody can fight back and tell me where I'm wrong, but so I think right now they're on the hook, or not on the hook, but all they have saving them is the actual event itself, like the actual push, blood, and all that self defense. Like that's all that's left. For me, and like I'll get pushed back from my own, I'm sure, but I'm just showing that like this is kind of interesting to hear that the narratives are kind of a little bit weak, in my opinion.
I'm looking at, so you don't see in the video that where the tent is, and then after the tent is like almost like the video resets itself, where the tent is like maybe a little bit lower. You don't see that?
Let me look again, because by the way, it's funny that you mentioned the tent thing. I'm looking at a still picture in the videos. You know how the videos they have the beginning picture, and then like there's people that just have a picture of the tent. The way the video angles it, the tent is so different looking. I don't know if that's what you're picking up too. By the way, Countdown, is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm looking at the video right now. You can literally see this is two different videos. This is two different, maybe from two different cameras. I don't know.
You might be onto something, because
it's two different videos.
Yeah, because the picture has the tent right up against the railing. You see that railing right in the video that's in the front? Like the picture has the tent all the way up against the railing. But in the video, doesn't the tent look like it's up in the bleachers area or something?
Yeah, and then like after a while the tent kind of like drops.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
definitely not a continuous video. It's not a continuous video.
It looks like they're two different cameras from different vantage points. Because one looks like it was positioned higher. One looked like it was closer in line with the tent. One was further away. By the way,
like I said, it still looks like it would be too grainy to see exactly what was going on.
But what I don't get though is that why all of there's zero evidence to point towards Anthony or Carmelo Anthony needed to stab him to save his life. Like there's no evidence. We don't see the video evidence of that. We don't see witness testimony of that. But for whatever reason, there are people that are just dead fucking set on maintaining that he's innocent. Exactly. And I just don't fucking get it. Like it is so weird. Yeah. This is not the hill to die on. Okay, out of all of the black people that live in the U.S., why would you stick to one that I don't know? It appears like he just kind of committed murder. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The boy is innocent.
Well, again, I think it's because the precedent that has been set in the past that says that as long as you feel scared, you're justified in killing somebody. You know, I mean, we've seen it happen, and then people are able to walk. I mean, again, like I said, I think it was at least amongst these people that it seems like there's a letter of the law or the spirit of the law, and it depends on what side you fall on or who you're pulling for. You know, I mean,
but there was a case that was less black and white in Arizona. Happened several years ago. He ended up getting prison time. I think he got manslaughter, not murder, but he was getting attacked by 3 college boys, and this was like a full-on. They were trying to beat the shit out of him, and then he pulled out a handgun and killed one of them. And this was a college student, so a little bit older. But he even still, and of course we are a underground state. We have all of that stuff in Arizona. He still got found guilty, at least for manslaughter. And I would say that here in my state, if you're at a track meet and a boy pushes you, pushing is common amongst boys. Very common. I've been pushed. I didn't react by stabbing or shooting anyone, ever. Now, unfortunately, with high school age kids, that's just a common behavior. Yeah, you should keep your hands to yourself. I get it. You shouldn't steal a bike, but I can't stab you in the fucking chest for stealing my bike either. So this whole keep your hands to yourself, well, that's kind of iffy. That you can't just plunge a knife in somebody's chest. But no, what he did, that kid, if that happened in a high school here, the two white boys, that would be so appalling that happened in a suburban, predominantly white school. They would have thrown the fucking book at the kid.
So there's a video that was released a couple minutes ago by Fox that is much clearer, like a little bit much clearer with like them entering the track. It's a 10-minute video, multiple takes. I'll put the link in the chat. This one seems a bit clearer. It shows when he enters. It shows the point of when Carmelo enters the tent. He walked past two tents. One that says LL. I don't know. Then he goes straight to the what you call it, the yellow tent of the other team. I don't know. But I'll share that.
That's the part I wanted because he came out. He was just scrolling. I already saw that video. The part that you mentioned there where he's walking.
This one from Fox.
But he's just scrolling. Yeah. It's not like it's not like it's raining hard in my opinion. It's not raining hard. He's just scrolling to the tent, and maybe someone waved him up to the tent or whatever. I don't know about that. We'll find out. Maybe your video might have that. I don't know, but
It shows that.
Yeah, I'll look it up. And he's just scrolling to the tent. I don't know what's going on around here, but
So in real life, when a person enters your vicinity, is close, before a person is within, I'd say, arm's length, if they give off the slightest implication of any threat meter, the average person, heart rate gonna spike. You're gonna start thinking with a glass half empty mentality in terms of physical confrontation, outcome scenario. So the idea that y'all keep trying to suggest that he was under absolutely no duress to resort to stabbing someone. No. Just go to a Chick-fil-A and have a couple disagreements about how you want your order, and take a step back and look at the different biological mechanisms.
But I would kind of agree with you, but the fact that it happened in a track meet is where I'm sorry, just like how a push in school, which is where I would get pushed. When I was in high school, if you pushed me outside of school, I was gonna punch you. It was gonna be sucker punch one of the two, because I knew for a fact that you were doing that. That wasn't just like trying to bully me. That was a test. And then so what I'm gonna do is, you want to see, you're trying to see whether or not you can try to dominate. All right, cool. Now I'll go ahead and start railing on you. We'll see, and you'll then realize you failed the test. But at school, there was always like the big jocks and stuff that would like walk, they're bigger than all of us. They'd be like, fuck dork, they fucking push you, shove you, stupid shit. Gym class, that's where they, a lot of these guys were going to be the biggest bullies. I remember, like, when you were changing into your gym shorts, like, one of the things some of the football players would do is grab one of the smaller guys from behind and act like they were humping them, like, with their waist. It's kind of like, I guess nobody likes that happening to them, but that's what they would do. They were just like, they're just being asshole, teenage boys.
He deserves to be taken cock.
Nice fucking bears. But it was like, that was the type of like worst played bullshit you had to put up with. Now I would play something, and one of those kids snapped and punched one of those motherfuckers for doing that. You shouldn't have touched him. But that, even then, that's not like, it's not an environment where you generally have to stab somebody. Even if I was going to get somebody was going to start a fight with me, I knew it was going to lead to a conflict, which I doubt Carmelo Anthony did. It appears more or less like he was trying to assert his dominance and make a stand.
Come on.
I'm not afraid of getting.
You see the video today?
Broken up way too quickly.
Assertive dominance.
Because there's so many parents.
Pepe, did you see the video released today, a few hours ago?
Bro,
Yeah.
That was your basing this off of?
just the stab.
No, not just that.
The stab.
The witness testimony in particular.
You think he's innocent or guilty? I just came in.
I mean, he's obviously from all of the information we have so far, especially from the trial. Yeah, he was guilty. It did not appear warranted.
Clearly. Who disagrees in here? Who disagrees in here?
I'm scared of my life. Like, I'm scared when I'm around black people. I really am.
That's a you problem, though. It's not all black people are the same.
Do you see what I mean? I can't get a reaction. Why do I get a reaction when I say that? I just say the obvious.
What I said was the obvious. Not all black people are the same. Do you think all black people are the same? Oh, somebody.
You know, one thing about you trolls, when y'all come in this room, I can salute the syncrecy. Like,
the syncrecy or synchronicity?
Bitch, you get what I'm saying.
You a fake smart nigga. You a fake smart nigga. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You sure you ain't trolling?
Looking at that video, the Fox's video, it definitely looked like that was more than a push. It maybe like a pull, maybe he grabbed his
But he definitely was about to be jumped, though. Let's be honest.
Nah, I mean, I don't know.
Be honest. Listen to your hesitation.
I don't think. No, I'm agreeing. I don't think he was getting jumped.
That's their whole defense, though. That's their whole defense. Why he did tonight because he thought he was gonna get jumped.
You're right, Pepe. But at the same time, bro, Warren Metcalf had to approach with a threatening demeanor to warrant that kind of kill shot. It was one of the staff passed what it wasn't that deep into his
don't matter. You can deal with a shallow cut.
It
cut a vein and put it out.
Sir, my point in premise is that spontaneously from his position, Pepe. Not really. Now, mind you, Carmelo's a stringy, kind of skinny muscle guy. Metcalf is the opposite. He's your meaty, kind of brawly, kind of, working out football kind of kid. Boy got some meat on his bones. That's not an easy stat.
He had 30 pounds on Carmelo. 30 pounds.
Oh, sir. 30. Oh, my gosh. Troll. I said troll, y'all. Anyway, Pepe.
Look up their weights. It's online. It's a 30-pound difference. It's not that easy.
You reiterated my hit. Sir, 20 pounds from at an adolescent age like that, where your genetics become expressed in a real prominent way. That's that age range where your genetics.
You ain't never played sports, nigga. You ain't never played sports.
30 pounds is a big
you ain't never played sports. It's not enough to be like, I think he's gonna kill me, so I need to kill him.
Very noticeable chunk. Now my point,
190 and 220 is a difference, but it's not like it's, oh my god, I think he can kill me with his fists.
I you, bro.
My bad.
Metcalf had to have approached that boy with a threatening demeanor that was adamant and vehement. It was, he obviously approached him with a demeanor that was not showing any kind of exit point to escape the aggression.
Did you see the video today?
I feel like you can get to that, Pepe. If you're truly unbiased,
I get it. You wouldn't say that if you saw the video today. Look at the video that just came out 3 hours ago.
I'm watching the new video from Fox, but I'll say this: everybody here can will vouch for me. I'm obviously a pretty biased person when it comes to being more pro-white, but I said in this case I do not know the facts because there was barely any facts that were coming out. They kept the investigation under wraps really well. No videos had been out. None of the victims seemed to be, or the witnesses seemed to be speaking out to the media. So I said, I don't know, dude. We'll have to see what happened. And then, when it was the witness testimony in particular, that was getting released every day. It was like, okay, all right, well, they're kind of painting one picture. And it appeared as though, he even said, I'm not going to fight you at a track meet. Shoving somebody is very... Everybody seemed to appear...
Hey, H, that tent that he was in, where was it located on the field? Was it on the bleachers, under the bleachers, or on the field? Multiple choice. He don't know. He don't know because he didn't watch the video.
I haven't.
So if you haven't watched the video that has clear evidence, how the fuck are you speaking on this?
Pepe, I'm listening.
Nah, bro, this nigga's just talking out of his ass. The video released today shows clear and obvious evidence it was not self-defense. Clear. Go watch the video from 3 hours ago. If you haven't seen that video, you're talking out of your ass, talking off all information.
about truth. It's about truth, nigga. And you over here speaking shit that's 2 weeks old. Go look at the new shit, nigga. And you wouldn't be saying what you're saying. You would not be saying what you're saying. It's literally on video now. It wasn't on video this whole time until today. Now it is, and now it's obvious. Go look it up, bitch. Fucking stupid ass nigga talking dumb shit. You don't even know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. I'm tired of these dumb niggas making every other nigga look dumb.
Now listen, sir.
Get your facts straight, bitch.
Unless
Get them straight before you talk, nigga. Get your fucking facts straight, nigga. I'm tired of you niggas. I'm tired of you dumb niggas. Yeah, I can yell, nigga. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. You dumb niggas talking about he stabbed somebody and he's innocent. He fucking killed somebody.
Hold on, sir.
No, ain't no calm down. Ain't no sir. You faggot. First of all, you can say that shit.
You sound like you might be down south.
Fuck up while real men are talking.
If you were
He
here,
stabbed somebody. It's on video. He wasn't getting jumped. It wasn't self-defense. He made a fucked up move, and he needs consequences. Fuck you. It's not just about race. It's about right and wrong. And you're a dumbass nigga saying that wrong is right. And I'm tired of it, nigga. And I'm calling everybody out. Everybody that says wrong is right. I'm calling you out.
oh, y'all, he was a troll, y'all.
And my voice is
Did I
louder
not
than
say
you.
he was a
And you
troll?
can't speak better than me. So you can't overtalk me, nigga. So you can't overtalk me, nigga. My voice is more powerful. Truth is most powerful, nigga. So fuck you stupid ass niggas. I just watched the video. Hold on a second. I just got home. I just got home and I watched it on my 16-inch MacBook. I completely zoomed in on the screen. I rewatched it several times in the 226 part. Now, what I see, I see two individuals. What I see is you see that there's arms extended. You see a pushing motion. You see two bodies rock forward, and you see another one less so rock back. And that is right at that second. That is where you see Carmelo Anthony run out. I did not see, and I'm very zoomed in. Those are the only two bodies that you see moving.
Do you feel like it's fair to say, and I apologize for interrupting you, you feel like it's a little fair to say it's a little preemptive to be definitive until there's been like further high-level analytical process done on the footage release just for validity's sake?
Well, well, this footage was released to the jury, by the way. So there you go. They had all of those people in the jury. In the trial.
I'm just, I don't claim to know everything. I'm just saying, if we're going to go by your premise, we want to make sure everything's dotted, all I's dotted, T's crossed. That's it.
Wait, let's just be clear. Whatever your name is. Are you saying that he was jumped or no?
Well, I haven't seen the footage yet, so I'm leaving into that footage.
So, most likely you're gonna tighten up your narrative. I don't know what you're doing. But you'll go with the whole, like, who's to blame for the part about the actual stabbing itself. All the other narratives you're probably gonna have to ditch. It's like, this is ridiculous. Some of the stuff that was told to us the last 2 weeks. That's right.
I'm just not willing to concede on where I feel like he was charged with something very presumptuous and obvious. I don't know. I just feel like, again, this was more of a political, moral grandstanding. America, Texas. It's not really civilized, but I don't know. Like I said, I just feel a little disheartened. It's a high school environment. There's like a ceiling of malice a high school kid can have. Like the outliers of the bias.
So, real quick, is it confirmed that Carmelo is from a rival high school? Is that real or no? I know that's a pretty simple thing that probably can be looked up. Okay, I think Mike's been on this since day one, so if that's the case, like, I don't know about you all, but like, I'm not a huge fan of like rival high school folks hanging out in my tent and all that kind of stuff. stuff. So I get where this. I kind of get why Metcalf had a reason, like, you know, so you get the hell out. So 'cause I would have done the same thing. So there you go.
I mean, that's very understandable, and I think any serious, respectable opinion is going to be charitable, be willing to concede like obvious, oblivious intersections, right? And that's one of them. I can concede there. You know, that's kind of walking into a beat, and that's if you're that rival opponent.
Yeah, like that could be like a kind of a form of trolling, right? Like, here I am, I'm just walking in your kid, like, yo, like you guys can't do anything about it. I mean, we're just playing out like how everybody really thinks. I mean, we're supposed to think. I know this is gonna sound bad or whatever, but that Carmelo's some innocent kid that wouldn't be up to anything bad. I mean, we're literally supposed to say that. You know what I mean? But we don't. We gotta put everybody's perspective. If Carmelo's a bully, then maybe or Metcalf's a bully, then Carmelo could be a troll. Like, why can't we play this whole game of like tip or tat? You know?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I just think that that's a lot to swallow because words of troll behavior. I mean, we have to take into consideration that we're saying he's trolling and he was trying to set this whole thing up, and which was initially what was the argument that I heard.
Well,
You know, that he basically knew.
Count down what I just said about all or no?
Yeah, about Carmelo being a troll. If
Before that, that's why he probably got wondering
if Metcalf is a bully.
No. Even before that, I think you said the winning. So I talked about him being, and that's all good because I just want to make sure that you're on. But yeah, this thing said it anyways. But that he was a high school rival, sitting in their tent. Do you agree with that or not? That's what I was asking.
I do. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You know, I mean, obviously they're competing teams. I don't know if they're like, you know, had like, you know, if they had like that kind of history or whatever. I have no idea. You know, but what I do know is, well, I don't say I know, but from what I've heard is that he was there because he was there talking to a friend. Now, obviously, that friend Eddie Carr. I would like to see these pictures that was presented and saying, you know, because apparently they've taken a lot of pictures together, you know, and Eddie Carter backed off of it and said, oh, we're just, you know, I don't even know him like that. Man, you don't take pictures, you know, like I'm talking, come on, bro. Like, so I don't know, bro. You know, one thing I will say, earlier, I think I was, you know, we were going to have this conversation. Pepe brought up OJ, and I really want to hear. That's not right now. I don't want to derail this conversation, but at some point, Pepe, you and I are going to have this conversation about OJ because I'm just dumbfounded.
Seriously, well, remember we went on that one night. Remember we went for 2 hours almost going through OJ.
Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, I do. I was there. I'm the OJ aficionado. So.
I know you are. We'll do part two on this Beaver. You doing a pretty good back and forth on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the deal. Like, to me, like, all that's left for the most part is like what happened in that tent, and all the other stuff to me is just really flawed. Like all the other stuff is flawed to me. So I don't know. It's still like up in the air in that way. But I'm just saying, like, for the rest of this, I don't see all these other things that have been mentioned. You know, like it's not a knife. There's only one tent. All the other tents were laid flat. I heard that one. These are all arguments made against me. So the tent was laid flat, and there's only one tent left for everybody to shove themselves into. You know, I probably should go get my old list because I had a room on this. Just going over what everybody's been saying, the narrative is. Oh, he fell on the knife. Does anybody look like he fell on the knife in that video? I mean, I'll go look at it again, but I'll go get my list because I had a room on that just dedicated to these narratives. It's kind of funny.
Now, one thing I can say is this: what don't work, Carmelo, like the fact that his past social life with that kind of social media, in my opinion,
like Mello? You're speaking of Mello. He don't really strike me as the cool type of nigga. If you get my drift. And see that to me worked against him because
He was not from the streets.
you know, and you can tell. And see now this,
Yeah, no, I can tell.
you can tell. And see now this works a couple different ways. But at this point, if I'm being honest, and obviously I'm a supporter of Mello, I can't. And then his choice of who he affiliated with, man, in terms of like big name black pundits, I said, oh yeah, he's a part of that crowd that did too when he fucked up. See, they destroyed themselves before this trial. They fucked up when Metcalf's dad came over there with that gesture of the olive bridge, and he was just, I mean, man, took the ring. You know, I consider myself a black extremist and have a lot of disdain for whites, but I don't just go out of my way to disrespect. And I just say, man, that's very distasteful. It's one thing when you're mistreated, but to go out of your way purposely, seeking to elevate, act as a catalyst to more violence, that I boy, it's hard to bounce back from that, man. But yeah, to me, I think his family and a lot of the people they align themselves with, they've been betrayed and very accurately for their extreme hate and positions towards like political figures. Remember, a lot of the people they tied themselves with were have to at least happen, right? With 17 years. That's not I say that now. Kids are these young, bro. That's a fucking baby. I feel like they
8.5. We have to do 17.5 at least.
I don't think he would have all this time.
I don't think he was over sentenced, but I know I'm in the minority here, especially for a white person.
His first offense, high profile case, a lot of political backlash to face. Give it a couple years to blow over. Everybody be talking about this one. They'll let him out.
You mean before the 17.5?
I think so.
They would have to be the sentence. The governor would have to be the sentence.
I think he can get out early. How? If his family shuts the fuck up. I'll say that.
They would have to actually change the section sentence.
I think, like I said, this is a political case. It's like that Chuck Builder case. More political than anything. Let this shit blow over. The Anthony family can just shut the fuck up. Stop it. Like, real quick, did you hear the always been the case. I just never knew which order it went in, but that he shot the guy before he got attacked. Is that true, or I thought it was the other way around this whole time? But
I thought it was the other way. I thought the guy came up on him and attacked him, then he shot him. But I don't know. Maybe something new came out that I didn't see.
I just saw something like, I don't know, 4 days, 3 days ago. I just didn't have a chance to really follow up on it. It's probably all bullshit for all we know, but just how that shit starts. But maybe it's true. Maybe he decided to get ahead of it and shot the guy coming toward him. That'd be crazy if that's true.
I think I saw that he was denied bail. They ruled on it.
Denied it. I mean, that would change things a little bit for me. Obviously, I don't believe in like just shooting somebody again. Like I'd be a hypocrite a little bit. Like for that Camelo, if that was the case, it's like all similar. Right? Like you just can't be shooting. You know what I mean? Without reason. So.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm back.
I mean,
Hey.
by the way, real quick, has there ever been a big room on, I think there was like one, remember, on the child case, like just where they kind of did all the same things we're doing for that case. Have you seen a room on that at all or no? I think I saw one of those, but
Yeah, I was hanging out in some rooms with child.
not like it was dedicated to that case, right? Because like people always like they'll introduce that through the Carmelo stuff, as they're talking. But
Oh yeah, it was focused.
okay,
Sure, yeah, with child, yeah.
All right.
That was a big
If I had the other skin color, I would not be one of them. Like that, you want to get whitey, like that's like in some sense, if it's an Asian man,
Yeah, that's the greatest one.
You can really make a blocker, dude.
Before it happened.